Nagasaran down. I think it's a very boring hero that just roams the map with illusions and farms up forever, and then finds that farm to be ineffective is the word I'm looking for.
5 seconds remaining.
At least it's not the Naga Siren that builds Radiance, makes a couple of illusions, and then just literally throws them at the base, and you can't do anything about it as a support.
Ah, that brought back some really, really bad memories.
Yeah.
That was the same time where I believe Arc Warden was a thing, and he would basically do the same thing, just not with Radiance, but he would keep throwing Tempest Double over and over again. Oh, what a disgusting time. And God forbid Ice Frog buffs Arc Warden. Please, for the love of God, don't. Don't do it.
I'm in the fetal position in my chair right now, just remembering those Naga Siren days.
It was rough.
Radiant
Still,
team ban.
one more ban to go. LGD actually ban out the Disruptor. I suppose they could have put the Pango off lane. So there was still a potential for it. I really didn't think it would come out though, but fair enough.
Radiant
I mean, it's
team
good to have against the Prophet, right? Like, oh, what's that? You're going to TP across the map and try and join a team fight? Nope. Back to your side.
Timbersaw will be banned out from Aster. They don't want to have to deal with that. Last pickup now. Either they're lacking a pos 4 or they're lacking an off lane, and I do feel like it's probably going to be an off lane here.
10 seconds remaining.
They've got the ability to push in waves on LGD's side with the
5
Prophet.
seconds remaining.
With his ultimate, Ember Spirit obviously can, with Flame Guard as well as... Yeah, he's probably going to build into a Maelstrom, especially against the Naga. And the Grimstroke, I guess, can do it a little bit. So, thinking maybe a Ricky for LGD, but it's going to depend on what Aster pick up here with their last pick.
I don't mind seeing Ricky. I think Ricky's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I mean, he's
Kind of a
enabled
broken-
really well by this Grimstroke as well.
Ooh.
Makes it a bit rougher, though.
Dragon Knight comes out for Team Aster, so you've got this very hard to deal with sort of lineup that could really push towers quite fast.
Yep. I mean, it's the tower pushing, but then on top of that, like I was saying before, it's not to the same extent as it used to be. But you can still use your Naga illusions just to push out a wave, force the creeps
5
into the
seconds
towers,
remaining.
and then on LGD's side, you have to make the choice. Do I defend the tower and lose map control, or do I lose the experience as the creeps just get last hit by the tower in the other lane? So it's kind of a lose-lose situation.
I think every situation's a lose-lose when there's a Naga Siren.
Every
single time.
situation is a 50-50 MLP. Either it happens or it doesn't.
I can guarantee everyone falls asleep when there's a Naga Siren in the game.
Maybe she
Almost.
doesn't ulti, you know?
Yeah, okay. LGD, last pickup. What will it be? What can deal with this kind of lineup here from Aster?
Not much. Yeah. Lycan. Let's try
Okay.
Lycan.
I don't mind it. Bring out the Wolfman. No. The Brewmaster. Alright. There it is. The old 11 Brewmaster coming out in that off lane. And we saw this
Is it?
yesterday.
Is it? We'll have to wait and see who they choose with
Oh, it
their
is.
heroes. Could it be Carry Brewmaster? Never know.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because you could run the Chalice Brew.
Maybe I'm just trying to galaxy brain myself, but... No, old 11.
Okay.
Boring. Somnus Prophet, huh? Mid.
Oh. Okay. So safe lane Ember, mid Prophet, off lane old 11 Brewmaster.
Sure. Change it up.
I like it. Pretty standard stuff on Aster though. SCCC will take the Naga. Juan will take the Death Prophet. XXS. He does take that Dragon Knight. Nothing too unusual going on there. I suppose they didn't want to run the Ember mid up against the DP, which is fair enough. I don't really know. How does the Prophet go up against the DP mid?
At least you've got range, and you're very effective at right-clicking. You probably... I wonder what the skill build's going to be, right? Because you don't just want to throw treants at her.
Hmm.
Going to be a rough one. I'm liking the staff, though. I haven't seen that one before.
It's a very nice butterfly. You know, that's what I always find when casting these Chinese games. They always have these crazy these crazy hats that nobody else has. Like either they don't have them or I haven't seen them. I have
Damn
not
you,
seen that
perfect world.
stuff. I want the butterfly staff. Who am I kidding? I'm not. I don't play Prophet. I have standards.
Good. Alright. What do you reckon, based on the... So I want to
Well,
hear your choice.
wow, you're gonna flip that question on me, huh?
So
Okay.
I'm playing the reverse card on you.
All right. Let me get into the game so I can, you know.
Prepare for battle.
Just to be contrarian, I'm going to say Aster. I love it. Being right all the time would be boring. And they've done this twice now in this series, the exact same play.
Seconds to battle.
Yep, why not? Gives them that little bit of extra advantage, gives them the experience as well. Somnus is actually brawling down here on the bot side.
The battle begins.
It is. Also, these laning matchups, Somnus is still brawling, and the creeps have met. And Shuyan is a Death Prophet that's probably going into the safe lane. I'm so confused by these lanes as well. You can see the DP's now walking top. Your mid player is walking to the top lane as Death Prophet after initially contesting the safe lane of Bounty Runes.
Chalice and S-Triple-C are in the mid lane right now together. It's the Nagasar and Ember. It's a lot of lane switching up, a lot of incorrect predictions by yours truly, and
I think
fun.
if anyone correctly predicted everything here, they would just... that's some sort of vac stuff going on.
Absolutely. But everyone in the chat for sure predicted all this. 100%. Yep. They can't be wrong. We do have a pause coming out. Impossible indeed. Chalice, Dano, you've really got to learn how to translate these these kind of characters.
Hold up. I'll do what Basekip did with our casts together. Break out the old Google Translate on your phone. Take a photo of it.
But you can take a photo of it?
Yeah, you just use your camera, and then as long as you've got an internet connection, it automatically translates.
Wow. Okay.
All right, sick. It's optimizing.
Excellent.
Aim at text. Let's see. Not English to Spanish. Come on. I mean, who would have been able to even predict this Fade, Pos 5, Pangolier on top of everything else crazy that we're seeing?
Is Fade playing POS 5 this game, I wonder? So he did used to be a POS 4 player, so maybe they just switched it up.
Packet loss is a bit high, said Chalice.
Thank you, Danog.
It's alright, any day.
Chalice getting a little bit aggressive in the mid lane. Flame Guard, of course, he's not too afraid of SCCC.
I could have completely made that up and you would have had no idea.
That is very, very true. I would have never checked.
Shuyan, he's gone down again. 3-man rotation, the power of Somnus.
Indeed, and actually, Old 11 will switch lanes. He doesn't want to deal with the DP. He goes down bot. Onto XXS, he says. And will these lane swaps ever end?
Oh, I think it's a good lane swap, right? Because you just use the Prophet's teleport. So you want to be able to enable his TP scroll next time. It's just about maximizing that movement and ganking potential right now on LGD.
SCCC now running top as the Naga Siren, and the DP will take over mid. Alrighty.
It's just musical chairs with these lanes right now.
Will Chalice move? He's already level 4, like he may as well just stick around now, I think, right? Like, even if you do have the worst matchup, you've got a 2-level advantage over this DP. So, theoretically, you should be just perfectly fine. I'm going to see a rotation coming out from FY into that mid lane. They want to try and take advantage of this level 2 DP. Well, now level 3 DP, but it is going to be scouted out by Baboka, who is following FY. And FY will have to just run back down to the bot lane. Maybe harass XXS a little bit.
Walking around right underneath this Observer and Sentry Ward here, so I'll just go ahead and deward it.
Baboka copying a lot of harass. Impel there as well. Puts the Nyx Assassin to sleep.
Cheek.
FY will be fine. Chalice now going to be harassed out a little bit by Baboka, who appears to have found himself a haste rune. Chalice, I don't think he'll mind this too much. Like, he's about to hit that level 5 mark.
Are you muted, by the way? Chat's saying they could only hear one caster.
Yeah, look, I didn't want to really say anything. I was muted for the first couple minutes. I was, you know, there's something going on with my OBS. I apologize.
As long as it's fixed now, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't an ongoing thing.
Well, at least, you know, someone's paying attention. Thank you, Daniel.
That's alright.
FY, gonna go on Baboka. Inkswell gonna come out. Silence is there as well. Baboka should go down right now, and does. 4-hero rotation for that Bane pick, though. It's not exactly the, well, unless they're gonna start to make a push now. I don't really think that's really that worthwhile for PSG.LGD.
Zero and 4. That's not the way you want to start things. Are they at least going to get at least one bounty rune this time on LGD's side? They're probably going to get the second.
Old 11 almost going down bot, but Impale from FY. He does find Fade on the Pangolier. Swashbuckle is on cooldown for 2 more seconds. Can they burst him down in time? They can. X-Nova picks up the kill, and now Old 11. He's going pretty low. He will indeed go down to XXS.
The greed costing him there, using the Soul Ring and just tanking his own HP pool to be able to get off that Thunderclap.
Bit greedy indeed, and I mean, going after a Pangolier for your own life, maybe not the greatest idea for Old 11, but choice has already been made. While all this has been happening, SCCC has freely been farming up on the Naga Siren, has the 3 Wraith Bands, has the Brown Boots, and is currently just farming jungle.
Easy life, you know? That's what you want to see with this Naga Siren. He's just happily farming. That's all you need. It's going to be even more impactful as soon as it hits that 7-minute mark when he's able to get those neutrals, not just for himself, but for his team as well. So they don't have to spend their time sitting in the jungle, not having an impact, quote unquote. You can just start feeding them stuff. You know, you're the carry, but you can support as well.
As Triple C comes back into the lane, probably just going to shove it out and go back into the jungle. Meanwhile, bot lane, a lot of heroes down here.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Baboka. They're just going to pull the wave away.
Radiant's
FY, of course, will snipe Baboka's courier, and actually it was quite a valued courier. Ring of Health, Ring of Regen, and a Clarity.
And these poor couriers just keep going down.
Nobody loves the couriers.
I do. I love mine.
X-Nova at old 11. Might be going in onto Baboka. Silenced up. He's losing everything. He lost his courier, he will lose his life, or maybe he won't. Nightmare will save for the moment, but he does eventually go down. Still Fade. He wants to go forward, and now Chuan actually rotates on the DP. They're going to go after old 11, but he has the primal split now, and they'll try and turn this with a nice impale setup from FY. Everyone is slowly burning down. X-Nova finds Fade. They found XXS, and God knows they're probably going to find the DP as he really has nowhere to go. He does get stunned up on Baboka. I don't think you should TP here right now. He does cancel it off. And that was 4 heroes for the price of nothing.
Yeah, just some really odd decision making coming there. The Dragon Knight popping the ultimate when Bane was essentially dead in the water, and then DP rotating through. Had a few charges left on the stick so that she could use the exorcism, but not opting to do it, and going down as a result.
And that'll be their tier 1 tower as well going down. Old 11 does pick that up, and they'll be in time to defend the top as Chalice is going to chase down and does find the chains onto S-Triple-C. Do they have the damage? They do. Chalice just throws all the remnants in, and S-Triple-C not going to enjoy dying like that.
No, and just what a difference 2 minutes makes, right? We saw 3 out of the 4 top heroes used to be sitting on Aster's side despite the kill score, and then suddenly these rotations having such a huge impact from LGD, and suddenly they're sitting at positions 1 and 2.
Aster, they are starting to really fall behind. Like, it's only a 1k net worth lead for LGD, but we're sitting at a 10-1. Top 3 net worths right now, all on the side of LGD, and I've got to say, with this kind of lineup from Aster, I don't know if you can really afford to play from behind. Like, it seems like their idea was, with this draft, is to try and take over map control and just farm up the whole map. But it seems as though their map is getting smaller.
They haven't lost too much yet, though. Just the 1 tower, so it's not the end of the world for them. You know, despite that tower being gone, they're still happy to try and go in all 11.
Give it a shot. He doesn't have primal split. There should be a nice easy kill, and they get the silence just in case. Great pick off for Aster.
They got to quickly try and mosey towards this outpost. Are they going to be able to reach it in time? Yes,
I think they
just in time here on XXS. 1 second to spare.
Thing is, though, that was an Exorcism plus Dragon Form popped, and they're not going to really find an objective out of this. I don't think.
Nah, doesn't have too much time remaining on it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And even if he was, it looks like FY, who is apparently level 6 now, will start rotating down with Vendetta.
Yeah, instant reaction coming through.
Chuan empowered up. This is not looking good as we see that global strat coming in. Somnus, he TPs on the Prophet, and they let Somnus have the kill. Good supports. Always feeding their cause. More time goes on, the more Aster seems to suffer. They aren't still not really finding too much. They're just trying to play this farm game. Maybe they try to go on Chalice top lane. S-Triple-C. Thinking about the song, does commit. You need the Bane there, I think, but I don't believe Fiend's Grip is up anyway, though Rolling Thunder may be enough. Do they get there in time? They have the silence. He has a Remnant out. Where's the damage? It does come out of Fade. Pretty big kill.
Speaking about the Bane, look at where he is. He's on a bit of a recon mission here.
Go Baboka. You can make it out. He does dig while he's there. What
Got the
did he
health
get?
pot.
Okay.
Value.
And he doesn't really TP out. He
did
does.
Turns
Okay.
out Nightmare gets put onto you if you start right clicking.
Mid lane, old 11, Inkswell. Suddenly Somnus is in the mid lane, and well, now they can go for a T1 push. Even if you do lose that Ember Spirit, who cares if you can find a mid tower? I don't think Aster can actually afford to try and defend. In fact, Chalice, he keeps going forward. He wants to try and find SCCC. They do have Primal Split available. No Thunderclap available on old 11, so he doesn't try to slow him down.
I don't
But
think
they
we're going to
found
see too many situations where this Brewmaster uses the Primal Split in a proactive way. I feel like they're going to want to use it to react as soon as one of these big teamfight cooldowns gets popped by Aster, whether that's the Dragon form or the Exorcism. You just want to be able to just toss him in the air and completely waste it.
Well, bot lane XXS getting caught. The tree's blocking his way. He can't quickly blade out of that. And XXS, where do you go? It's the old Warcraft 3 block. He is surrounded just absolutely nowhere. The Somnus is controlling those trees very, very well. And they're going to try and set up for a T2. In fact, no, they're going to defend the T1 top.
Got the Wrath of Nature, you've got the TP available on this Prophet. Still about 300 gold away from getting this Spirit Vessel though, but he's starting to get up a ton of kills.
Another Exorcism that may not lead to a T1 on top of that. In fact, I don't believe it will. They're starting to back off. This just feels really detrimental for Aster. Like, not being able to claim any towers with these kind of heroes. It's quite counterproductive.
You're getting some farm on SCCC, but yeah, as you said, you want to be able to get the farm and take the tower, but it's just not going their way. Good rotations coming through from LGD to be able to stop it.
There's that Spirit Vessel we talked about coming out now in Somnus. I mean, you know, SCCC, you said he's farming, and sure he is, but it's almost like an alchemist, right? Like, how much does this hero matter until she's 6-slotted?
I'd say Alchemist matters really a lot before 6-slotted, right? That's the big thing. You can hit your item timings a lot before a lot of these other heroes, especially if you have something to enable. That's why people have had such success with a Darkseer, for example. It deals with your mobility issues. So I think it's fine. Obviously, Naga does need a few more of those key items. You're probably not going to be seeing too much of a team fight impact until she's got that Diffusal Blade. This Manta's just about accelerating the farm as much as she can, but still.
Poor top lane, Soulbind, double silence, easy kills. And this game is turning into a stomp.
Yeah, I mean, if you're getting pushed down before you're able to get these key few items, and you can see really nice rotations again from LGD, not wanting any gold going the way of Aster.
Oh, double impel from FY. Song comes out from SCCC bot lane. They're just going to use it to TP out. Just get me out of here.
Alright.
It's hard.
That's up a bounty.
They won't get any bounties either. Did they pick up a bounty? Yeah, no, they didn't
They
get it.
denied one with the Naga.
Okay. So what do Aster need to do right now? Because it feels like they're not getting anything. Like, what could they potentially do to try and swing the momentum their way a little bit?
I think they need to target this Prophet a whole lot more, because it's the similar vein where you want to try and smoke gank onto a Spectre. Because if you smoke gank against a Spectre, then she can just join that team fight, and then suddenly your numbers advantage goes away. Same thing with the Prophet. You don't want him TPing in to start joining in and creating havoc for your team. You want to be able to stop that, and then at that point, what do you have? Maybe an Ember Spirit can start to make an impact, but yeah, better to be on the front foot here.
Tier 2 bot tower going to go down. They will trade their Tier 1 top, but it's a great trade for LGD. And maybe even the Tier 2 mid is, you can see Old 11 starting to set up, but he doesn't really have the primal split, so probably just wait a little bit. It's Triple C, meanwhile, almost has the full mantra up now, so getting a little bit stronger and does find a nice Imp Claw.
Yep, that's going to be really good to have. Is that being sent out to the Naga FY? He's sitting on top of them. That moving Observer Ward.
Uh-oh. Impale connects on 2 again, and here comes Somnus. Sprout is there. Chuan will eat through the tree. He still has a set of tangos on him. They'll at least get 1 out, but it's just every time FY goes missing off the map, which is basically 80-90% of the time, someone's going to die.
Tower is under attack.
I'm a little less keen on these neutral item choices that are coming through. Oh, they're going in.
Yeah, they definitely are. Ingswell stuns off from Old 11. It's going to be a full-scale team fight. The Dragon Form does pop, but LGD, they're going to find S-Triple-C again. Just no real issue, but yeah, they have found the Prophet this time. So Somnus, he does die. He does not have buyback gold even if he wanted to, so X-Nova, you've got to run out of there, sir. Ingswell will not proc at the time he would like, and that means they will lose the Grimstroke to boot. It's going to be a 1-for-3 trade, and LGD just getting way too overly confident, and it's going to cost them a Tier 1 tower in addition.
Yeah, this is exactly what they need. Suddenly you don't have that split pushing power with the Nature's Prophet. You don't have the high damage that's coming through. He hasn't built any sustain items for himself. It's all this glass cannon style. So really great victory there in that team fight for Aster, and they're clawing it back. And really importantly, DP has been able to pick up the Yule Scepter now as well. So, oh no, the Prophet's back alive. They're TPing in onto the outpost.
FY, hello. Bye-bye.
Oh, man. Crypt Swarm into a Carapace, into a Wrath of Nature, into death.
It sucks. Sucks to be the Death Prophet right now. And LGD, I mean, they just died in this spot. They are not dissuaded. They want to go again towards that Tier 2 tower. Old 11 doesn't have primal split, but just doesn't care.
Yeah. No DP this time, no exorcism to have to worry about, so why not? I think that's exactly the objective that they were going for. Glyph's gone, and you know, they've reached their timings where they can get rid of all of these outer towers, maybe take Rosh, and then start to get up onto the high ground before that next glyph is available.
Why not? XXS. Down at the bot lane by himself. He's going to be surrounded a little bit, but he will have help coming in.
Still using this arcane ring on Shuyan, and I don't know about it. I feel like right now the main priority should just be live, and sure, you get a little bit of armor from it, but Pupil's Gift being on the DP rather than the Pango, I think, is going to be the real value pick here.
I'd have to agree, but they do not, apparently. They keep the arcane ring on the DP, as we do see a smoke from LGD now.
Bounty's coming up.
Great
Keen to
timing.
go in. Naga Siren.
Uh-oh.
There's the TP coming from the Prophet.
Oh, here we go again. FY, can you guess the right one? Oh, he can. Inkswell's here. Song comes out. S-Triple-C does have a TP available, but just kind of waiting out a little bit. They're going to chase him down.
Trying to get his team.
They won't. FY still in Vendetta. Gonna make a chase, see if he can find anybody.
He's on his own though, and he's underneath a Radiant Sentry. Gets spotted out here. Does.
That'll be the end of that. Now an immediate counter smoke. Old 11.
Fortunate that Fade's not underneath it though. Really need him to get that key locked down onto. Well, the Ember Spirit is useful. Prophet as well.
They got the Old 11. Can they save him in time? Old 11, he can't get out of it. Now X-Nova just going to try and TP out in time, and he will make it. But a pretty nice pickup for the side of Aster. Again, finding that Brewmaster. Will they be able to get any kind of towers out of this? That's the kind of question I have for Aster.
Probably not. That Illusion Rune is really helpful. With some sustain out on the map. I'm a little shocked that they didn't give it to the DP, although, sorry, the DK, but Naga Siren better than most of being able to pick it up.
Yeah. And it's back to farming.
DK is really deep here. What's going on?
Oh.
Hello? Hello?
I'm here. I don't think DK is though.
He's not here anymore.
I don't get it. XXS just... Why farm there? Like, maybe... I mean, this is another problem with the Naga Siren, right? She takes the whole map. So maybe he just felt like, let me farm their map, or their side of the map a bit, but they didn't have control of that side of the map to farm like that.
Naga is absolutely the win condition right now, so you just need to, for better or worse, funnel everything that you can into her. She's approaching that diffusal blade, though. I think she's picked it up and it's coming on the courier, so for their sake, I want it to not get sniped.
But you do also now have the Ags on Chalice, so expect a lot more aggression from LGD now. Now it is truly a global strategy. And he's actually queued up a Radiant straight after that. Very interesting. SCCC. Diffusal. Queuing up that heart next.
It's going to be, if they get the jump on Old 11, it's going to be next to... Oh no, I suppose if he keeps those wand charges saved up, it is going to be possible for him to pop the Soul Ring, then the wand, then use the Primal Split. But he needs to be really on point if he's got that Diffusal Blade Naga sitting on top of him.
Well, we have a smoke on smoke situation right now down at the bot lane, but... LGD are the ones pressing forward, and it's going to be FY again, scouting out for the team, and he does spot out Chuan. No sentries there. SCCC, Impale, mad dodge is going to be there in time. But they jump in. Old 11 gets the stump, the clap off, and has he put to sleep? Yeah, he has. He's trying to wake up, but he keeps going into the nightmare. Still the song. Gonna save the side of Aster for now, or maybe not, as Rolling Thunder gonna fly through, but they're losing the DP anyway. She does go down, and now Chalice just jumping a mile away, and he found SCCC. He was so close to getting the TP off, but not close enough. And meanwhile, Fade is being chased by his brother-in-law, FY. FY says it's not worth my time. Now, bot lane. Start pushing in the tier 3 bot. Why the hell not? No buybacks for Naga or DP.
Do you think after an especially spicy series that they're like, I'm taking you off the Christmas card list?
I don't know. I believe from what Fade said, they remain pretty happy. Okay. So take that how you will. I wouldn't be too happy if I kept losing. So Fade is better than I am. Fade does get jumped on. Speaking of, Primal Split is going to be there from Old 11, and they do get the stun off, but Fade does manage to get out of there. Chalice now, double chains coming out. They got the racks. That'll be enough. They'll back off.
You just feel so bad for Chuyan here on this DP, you know, just being constantly thrown around to different lanes. I think he was the one that went down and fed away the first blood. He was put away from his mid lane. He had to go top. Then he started losing on the last tiers. He started losing on the net worth, and he keeps getting picked off without having used his exorcism, or if he does, without having used his Yule Scepter. So a lot of his survivability that he's invested into is useless.
But you know who we blame this on, Danog? The Naga-san, as she should be blamed. Because in my experience, Danog, how do you start a team fight with this hero? Like, you've got Song. I don't know though. Like, it's like Aster just waiting for the 6-slotted Naga-Siren to come along. It's just feels like it's never gonna happen.
I think they were expecting to be in a much stronger position at this point. Like, sure, Naga-Siren's a late game hero, so that you need to be able to win the laning stage to enable that. Bane, very strong laner. Pango, it's okay, but when you're playing it in this support style, you can kind of get away with it. Yeah, it's just not going well for them at all. All of their lane matchups scouted out, and the counters put in every direction. Oh, and they lose their racks as well. That's nice.
That's unfortunate.
Repair kit is nice for the losing team.
It is, but I believe that was actually going to the winning team now. Somnus picks it up.
Both of them.
Oh, they both got it. Has anyone got a paladin sword yet? Has LGD found one?
Radiant are scared.
Probably not. Apparently not. This is a once-off.
They got a Titan Sliver though, that's really handy.
It is. It certainly is. Who has that Titan Sliver? It's gonna be
Both have
Somnus.
Titan Slivers.
Oh.
You've just got to give it to the DP or to the DK, this Titan Sliver. What is an Iron Talon doing for you at this point of the game, XXS?
He just...
When you've got tier 3 items.
He doesn't like these neutral items. He just doesn't like them.
Well, they're here to stay, at least for the time being. Who knows? Like, Shrines, RIP.
I don't know. I agree with you. Like, why the Iron Talon? He has a quickening charm, but he just picked that up. He puts it back in the shop. I don't want this crap.
I don't like it.
It's weird. And Chuan's still holding the Arcane Ring, by the way.
I don't like it.
SCCC's holding nothing, by the way.
I think he's just getting something delivered. It's fine. The quick
okay,
charm.
okay, alright.
I have
LGD.
faith in SCCC.
Okay.
Although
Yeah,
he's about
F1.
to get picked.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much faith you can have, although. Nice jump in, but the Soulbind double silence again with the Rolling Thunder from Fade. They should be able to find FY. Can they find this team fight? Chalice, he found Baboka. Old 11 does go down before getting the split off, but it's a trade with SCCC, and now Chuan going to be slowly chasing the fact, no, they want XXS. He TP's out. He will not make it. Somnus with a triple, and Chalice, how far are you going to dive? He throws a Remnant to threaten. That'll be enough.
Somnus is an absolute beast at this point. All the farm he could want. He's got now some sort of defensive capabilities with that Black King bar purchased up for himself. So he's just like, look team, just back me up. I got this.
He's hitting hard. Mid lane, Fade, out of position, but he'll be okay. They may just go for a Roshan play. Like, you think that's probably what they would take, but they're actually going to hold out.
I think they can just take this tier 2 in the meantime. They know that the DP ulti was used, they know the DK ulti was used, they know the Fiend's grip was used. It's a really low risk play.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Roshan?
Eventually they go for it. After everyone's alive, they're like, okay, now's the time.
Oh, SCCC gets caught out. Chalice, he has the BKB, so the song does nothing. Nature's Wrath flies through. And now... I mean, the Roshan's still happening while they're diving. In fact, never mind. Somnus does come out now. Does join his team. It's going to be two down. SCCC does buy back. Buyback, BKB and TP out. He'll be fine, and the buyback was for naught. Unfortunate.
Good thing Naga can't net through BKB anymore. That would be
Wait,
bad.
oh, that was a thing, wasn't it? How did that make any sense? Mid lane.
It's a net, it's not magical.
FY does get caught out. We used to say the same thing about Primal Roar from Beastmaster. Like, well, it's not magic, he's just shouting at them. You know, they're just stunned by how loud he is.
Yeah. Bane's just grabbing someone when he ults. That's fine. He's just using his hands.
Roshan gonna go down now. Aster, this could be a huge play.
They need it. They need it so bad.
You know, they get a stun off on Chalice. It could be massive if they get it, but Chalice, Fiend's Grip is going to be there from Baboka. They do get the kill. Chalice has no buyback. Now they'll lose X-Nova as well, and Aster, they're slowly coming back as Somnus. He can't afford to die like this, but he does. Ooh. They're going to even find another in the form of Old 11.
A complete team wipe.
Yeah, a full team wipe coming out. No heroes in LGD have buyback gold available. And if Aster knew this, I don't think they'd be roshing.
Yeah, but they don't have many creeps available to continue off the push. Like FY, he would be ready to cut the wave. it's the best they can do with the time that they have, and they needed to make sure that this bottom wave got pushed out again. Now it's just a matter of what they do with this next 40 seconds. That's an eternity when you've got a wave at least pushed into this point.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
We'll have to keep a close eye on FY and see what he's up to. He's just going to go defend the tier 2. Aster aren't going to capitalize off anything quite yet. Just going to take the time to farm up a little bit more.
I mean, the real value item, it's coming soon for SCCC. I'm assuming that's what you were about to say.
Yes. Yes, I was. You mind reader, you. SCCC is about to have the heart of Taraskop, and is it enough to... You know, I gotta ask the question. Is the heart enough to really be a position 1 Naga Siren now? Bot lane. Fade goes down. Chuan getting very low. The Vendetta strike. Oh, it was enough damage. Somnus picks up a double, and now he's going to find Baboka. Takes the Nightmare off himself. Tries to delay this, but Chalice should be able to find though. No. Dragon Tail's there. Chalice doesn't want to die like this, but the double impale. And he goes in for more Chalice. He pops his BKB. He doesn't finish off the Bane. It's alright though. Forces a buyback. That's enough.
It's risky though, and that BKB is down to 7 seconds, so as the game ticks on and on, yes, you're going to get another power spike up at level 25 for Chalice, but I think that's the... Yeah, it finished up the heart now on this Naga, so all of those illusions much more difficult to deal with. Wonder what she's going to go into next, whether it's the Skadi, some other sort of build.
From my memory, it's usually like a butterfly.
Yeah.
She is lacking damage, I'd say. Sort of.
And the big positive for LGD as well, especially when coming up against these Naga Siren illusions, is that you've got the Mjolnir, so you can just toss that on whoever the illusions are spam attacking, and it wipes them out pretty easily.
True. On top of that, Somnus does pick up an Eye of Skadi himself now. So, it's one nice way to deal with the DP and the DK. Even the heart of the Naga Siren not going to be quite as effective. It's FY. Gonna rotate in for Boca.
They found FY.
They have Dragon Tail to come in as well with the Swashbuckle. Chalice just gonna dive in anyway. He just doesn't care. Oh, Fiend's Grip comes out. Chalice. That is too far. Now, old 11's here now. One at a time, boys. It's just social distancing right now. They just don't want to get too close to each other, and old 11. Will he get away? Dragon Tail will be there. Soulbind trying to save old 11, but he's dead.
I don't want to call it a throw, but they've got a chance here, Aster. And it's through some questionable plays coming through from LGD, just diving that little bit too deep. Only 6 seconds left on the Ember Spirit's BKB now. Completely wasted that time. Getting great positioning on the Fiend's Grip there. The telescope coming in. Real handy.
And he really hasn't been farming during all this time either. Like this Ember, he's kind of stopped at the Maelstrom Mags. It just hasn't gone any further. He's had that Radiance queued up for at least 10 minutes now. And he still hasn't got the Sacred Relic. It's just, I don't know, it's just not good.
And now you've got that Radiance queued up on him, so they're starting to panic a little bit about what this Naga Siren's capable of.
Stun, Dragon Tail, they have found X-Nova. Ghost Scepter, not going to save him for long. XXS picks up the kill. Aster, they're on the comeback. In fact, let's ask Dota Plus, and Dota Plus would agree. They have gone into the positive now, 58% the way for Aster. And it seems to believe LGD may have indeed thrown this game, judging by where it was before.
Yeah, and they're finally starting to take another one of those value tier 1 towers. I suppose it opens up the Tri-Camp a little bit for some sort of rotation, but at 36 minutes, not the hugest deal.
It's free real estate. Free gold.
450 G for the entire team.
Nothing wrong with that. You know, SCCC, he hasn't queued up another item yet. I'm very curious what it's going to be to replace that Wraith Band. Aegis goes as well, so now he's just got an item slot empty.
I think Butterfly is fine, especially considering a ton of the damage coming out of these team fights is coming from this Nature's Prophet, and he's gone for this heavy physical damage style build, both with his talents as well as his items.
Scan out from LGD.
What's something? He's only got 200 gold left. BKB coming for the Naga.
Okay. Soulbind comes out, double silence as well. He needs that BKB right now. Old 11 moving in, still no primal split. He's just whacking away at Chuan on this DP who pops the exorcism, and now we do finally see the primal split. Well, the Nightmare was on Somnus, but he's fine now. They kill off Baboka. Bade also down. The song on SCCC, but it's not really looking to be enough. Can he get out of this? Remnants forward. They want XXS. And he should just die with that Spirit Vessel charge on him. Impel comes out. They have the control. Now they could even go for more if they want to, but they're not going to dive tier 4s. They will make the safe play and probably go for that mid-Rax.
Yeah, not using the glyph to maximum effectiveness either. Only available for the tier 2 tower. I suppose trying to repel them a little bit, but still got that mango tree. Yeah, it's giving them constant replenishment. They're able to just continue the siege moving forward. And even if DK did have buyback, still no ulti for a minute.
How do you defend this? Like, it just seems like mega creeps are coming from the side of LGD. I doubt. Oh, here we go. Repair kits come out.
This creep cut is probably the best thing that they can do.
Sure. But they may have time to go for those top racks. Like, do they even bother? LGD? They won't have the time. The creep cut will work out in the favor of Aster. They still lose a racks, but they don't get mega. They'll be fine.
And then Dota Plus is like, oh, well, yeah, LGD's going to win.
It's a paid service, by the way, Dana. I could do the same job if I was watching the game live. But, you know, one of us makes money, one of us doesn't.
Maybe it's just one guy that's watching the games and he's like, let's just draw it going down now. And DD being picked up by Somnus here with his no TP cooldown.
I love it. This is balance at its finest. Just, I'll be anywhere on the map at any time. No problem, no delay. Actually puts the Spirit Vessel in the backpack on the Nature's Prophet because he's got a double damage bottled up. And
I'm liking these little plays as well. A lot of players doing it these days, just dropping the gem on the ground underneath the high ground, gives the vision up top.
Why?
Key to go.
They jump onto Chalice. Chalice is silenced up. He's in a bit of trouble, but gets the BKB off now and will start to find. Where does he go?
They got the Fiend's
Into the back lines, but the Fiend's Grip is there. Chalice. He does die again. The rest of his team just weren't ready for it. Old 11 now pops his own BKB. They go in Somnus. He says, screw it. Let's do it without the Ember. And maybe they will, as in fact they do have it. He does buy back Chalice. Going after XXS now with Somnus. And Song will be there, locking everyone in. Old 11, he doesn't have a stun available. Oh, he gets XXS with the stun, I guess. But SCCC gets out.
I didn't see that. What happened with that stun onto the DK?
I believe it was the Earth Spirit from the Primal Split using his stun to cancel it off. It is cheeky. I didn't notice the last second either. Old 11 gonna join his team. That is a lot of crits.
Yeah, I remember seeing, I think it was Brax played in NA Dota. As soon as this Brewmaster hits level 20, he becomes much more of a right-clicking threat, not just a walking ulti button and aura carrier.
There's some really high damage coming out from Old 11. He's got the Hyperstone as well as that that level 20 talent now. So
have they got repair kits still? I think they do.
They might have one. They definitely use 2 charges. They don't use it yet. They're holding out. That Rax is falling quite fast, and maybe they don't. Song coming out. Looks like FY does have the axe, so he does have Burrow available. SCCC, what are you doing with this Song?
They don't have DP ulti rather to follow up, so...
They got a 4-man silence, that's really it. Nightmare on Somnus, perhaps. Maybe they control him, but no, he eats the cheese. He'll be fine. They took down Fade. Now they go after Baboka. He didn't have Fiend's Grip for another 8 seconds. He buys back. They're going all in on this team fight. They need to try and win this out, but Somnus, he's still trying to walk away here. Can they at least find the Prophet? They do, but he can buy back if he wants, and he does. Immediate teleportation back into the fight. Chuan getting too low, does go down, has buyback as well.
They've got the Exorcism now, though.
They do lose X-Nova as well. Fiend's Grip on FY?
They'll
Chalice?
take it, I guess.
Okay. Chalice has the X. Aegis, I guess that's why.
If they can kill him again, he doesn't have buyback.
Sleight of Fist, Remnant Dodge. He'll be out of there. Old 11. Meanwhile, Primal splitting. Could be in big trouble as they are going to... Well, they got to choose which spirit they're chasing. The Earth Spirit runs very slowly, and they're going to eventually find Old 11. Run, Forest. Run. Oh, he gets out. The Blink TP, I can't believe it.
What a player. But they survive. They're not megged either. There's a small window there for Aster still. And the win condition with the Nature's Prophet having used his buyback. That's huge.
That's a big deal. Somnus in the Roshan pit for some reason.
He's looking for the bottle?
Well, the bottle's right there. Okay, X-Nova pings it out.
I think it's right in that little crevice where you can't see any.
Oh, the little fog spot.
Hmm. This is a handy ward if SC was to... sorry, a handy rune to pick up the illusion, but X-Nova is going to deny it. It seems so crazy that it's like anyone's game still, even though it's feeling very LGD favored.
It does really feel... I don't know, like maybe once you've got the butterfly up on the Nagasara, maybe that's the point where you say, okay, this is very scary now. So... It still is anyone's game. Like, the fact that there's only one buyback on the map, and that's going to be Old 11, I believe, on the Brewmaster, does make it a hell of a lot closer.
Right now, there's none.
Oh, okay.
0 people have buyback.
He's
They'll probably farm it up.
Him and the DK are the only ones, and FY are the only ones that can actually try and farm the gold for it. Everyone else is on cooldown. That's an awkward scenario for both teams.
Man, I love Chinese Dota.
It's good.
It's always so entertaining. Alright, considering the fact that you do not have buyback for 5 minutes, my opinion is, surely you sell that Wraith Band and just go buy the Eagle Song now.
You would think so, but
I mean, you can say you don't want to reveal or whatever else. It's still a damn good item regardless.
Yeah, I'd say so. He is not going to opt to do that, however. He's going to hold out.
He's thinking about it. Man, this Observer Ward has stayed up inside their base for the longest time.
Yeah, just casually chilling. Courier flies by. What's
Satanic. Okay, so he sent the Quarterstaff to himself so that then he can buy everything up all at once if he needs to. Nope, he's just going to buy the Eagle Song now.
Well, he's done the math wrong, but he's almost there.
He's got it. 3, 2, 1. Are we going to see a smoke as well?
With no buybacks, you think?
I mean, they should know that LGD don't have buybacks as well, right? And they've just got a really key item timing. And plus, you want to take these team fights outside your base, because... I suppose they have Glyph. They could afford to do it. Maybe bait them in a little bit too far. Still a risky proposition, though.
I've got to say, I do like the Lincoln Sphere there on Chalice as well. Like, for that Fiend's Grip, that always seems to come out from the Baboka on the Bane.
Oh, man. Chuyan, now he's got enough for Shivas, so... This is a real big item for his team. That's going to stop the Prophet from doing so much in these. He's queued up the Divine.
I love it. I love it.
It's a viable item now. Like, True Strike is huge.
It is.
FY.
In trouble, they're TPing in, they want to fight, but Boca, he does get a kill, and now FY doesn't quite get XXS before the BKB comes out. They do have one dead.
For Aster.
Yeah, old 11, BKB wears off, XXS being slowed down. Do they take the team fight? It's a 4v5, but no. They back off.
I mean, they're very happy to. Just wait out this exorcism.
That's fair.
Trying to do everything they can to get Margasaran up to maybe level 25. Same with the DP, but you know, just need to wait it out. They've got good enough game sense. They've played enough DP in China, that's for sure. That they're going to know, right? That's exorcism down. Let's do this.
By the way, Somnus has actually switched over to an MKB. So, not going for the Divine. It is weak. It's not manning up. He's just wants to play it safe. And you know what? That would give a win condition over to Aster if he did lose it, to be fair. Like,
true.
It's not like they're behind right now to really go for the Divine. How is he critting so hard? Old 11 is literally critting for 1.2k each hit.
He's level 25.
Oh, of course. Of course he is.
Found the real Naga.
Soulbind goes in. SCCC, he's very low. He's been silenced. He needs something. Chalice just continuing to hit away, though the Rolling Thunder will save his life. But FY, he gets the hit off with the Invis. They're going to fight Bait as well. They're going to fight the DP. The GG's been called. And LGD eventually take it at that 48-minute mark. And I've got to say, Danok, that was a very long first series between these two. Rightfully so.
It shows that patience is a virtue, though. Not wanting to overextend, having the composure of a really experienced squad to be able to say, right, we've got the Bane without the buyback, and we forced the exorcism out. Let's just chill out, relax, push out the waves, keep pressure coming from all three, because they had super creeps on bottom and mid at the time, and just slowly take it. And they were able to get a great initiation. So congrats to LGD. Their overall score is now 4-1, but I believe it's only the actual series that matters. So 2-0 for them.
Very, very nice indeed. Of course, Danok, we do have a second series coming up very, very soon. And by the way, second series means a second 1v1 situation between RNG and eHome. So we'll have to jump into that 1v1 match very, very soon. Stick around. I'm sure the break won't really be that long anyway, as we've gone past the schedule. It is MLP Dota and Danok Dota. We'll see you guys again very, very soon for that 1v1.